Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.2 is an open PTU and we're keenly awaiting the live build. That's currently expected by the middle of next week. Cloud Imperium have been testing much higher server population caps, even beyond what they had already been testing, and we have a variety of new PTU patches and Siege of Orison tests that are going on at the moment. Let's go through a bit of a summary of the news and what's new. Increased server population round 2. Over the weekend, starting with Friday's 3.17.2 S patch, Cloud Imperium are going to be experimenting with different server configurations. During the Siege of Orison testing on Sunday, starting 5 PM UTC, the server cap will rise up to 85 when the siege is running. However, at all other times, server caps will be up to 120. So, they are looking for any and all information on observations of degraded performance. These should include issues of sync, rubber banding, hit registration issues, etc., update issues, mining charge freezing, AI being unresponsive, anything else that players come across. Cloud Imperium want to know what you observe and what the server population was at the time. They thank everyone for participating in their experimentation of those sort of server cap tests during a PTU phase. So these tests seem to have gone pretty well so far, with players reporting relatively good success on 100+ player servers. A lot of people also seem keen for Cloud Imperium to increase the player server cap for the live build, but Cloud Imperium did say this is only for testing. They don't intend to raise the cap for the live build, so that would still be at 50. Who knows what the future might hold, though? I don't want to misrepresent those tests, actually, as well. So there are still players having terrible troubles. Unresponsive AI, not the most stable of builds for some people. However, from my point of view, I haven't had problems on servers with even over 100 players on, and the servers and stability of the game's been pretty good. And even the other sort of networking changes that Cloud Imperium have put in have made stuff sync a lot better. So especially in FPS, players running around and stuff, it seems to be significantly less jittery. But obviously, it's going to be a mixed bag. Some people aren't going to have exactly the same experiences as me. But if there was any time to test Star Citizen and give feedback on the PTU, it's now. During that Siege of Orison playtest as well, that data could be invaluable to get the server caps up sooner and have a much more better stable experience in game. That Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.2 SPT patch changed a few other things as well. It continues with the ongoing performance polish passes of FPS AI behavior. They sort of have decoupled these partially from server performance, so they're slightly less related to server tick rates and degradation. The patch also updated combat assist beacons to only display on the screen of players who are currently in a vehicle. They updated reshade to version 5.3. They fixed an issue causing crash recovery being inconsistent. They fixed issues causing multiple ships to lose their engines after repairing and storing the vehicle. This actually leaves ships in a much better place after a few other fixes that have also meant that when you reclaim ships, they don't lose weapons or stuff that you had repaired on them. Transport beacon destination list should now create transport beacons from Port Tressler and all options beneath it in the list. Zeta Prolinade salvage claim missions should now correctly spawn all needed cargo boxes. The pinned targets should no longer unpin when toggling third-person camera, and they fixed a client crash and 3 server crashes. And as I said earlier, they're going to be running the Siege of Orison on Sunday the 24th of July for 6 hours, starting at 5 PM UTC. The build should see servers running at around 110 to 120 players as the player cap, so that's the sort of test that they're currently going for. During the Siege of Orison, they're planning to test that with 75 to 85 players per server, assumedly because everyone's going to be probably concentrated around the Siege of Orison, so I'm interested to see how that plays out. This week's sneak peek was of a makeshift alcohol still. Maybe in the future we're going to see missions to move and deliver moonshine, and maybe we'll see ones where we have shut down the operations of gangs and that sort of stuff. Friday saw the Battle of the Bricks, where Eve and Star Citizen community teams came together to build spaceships from Lego bricks with mixed success, and they spun a wheel a lot, and there were many giveaways for ships, and they raised money for charity on livestream. The memorable bits of that stream for me were at the start, where one of the Star Citizen guys had to eat extremely hot sauce. I felt for him. I was like, that is a poor thing to start the stream with extremely hot 140k sort of Scoville level of doom chili hot sauce. The wheel appeared to be in charge of the stream for the most part and wanted to keep on landing on Star Citizen giveaways, so they had to go, well, every time it lands on Star Citizen giveaway, we'll alternate it between Eve and Star Citizen giveaways. And at the end of the stream, they were making sort of smoothies with the most disgusting of ingredients, which I would not wish on my worst enemy. Well, I have a very delicate palate. Not much in the way of tangible development updates there. Chris Roberts did turn up at the beginning of the stream to give a blender to the people there so they could actually make those smoothies at the end. It was nice to see two communities for gaming coming together and actually share a channel on Twitch, and the chat seemed relatively restrained, which was, I thought, pretty good. They raised over $20,000 during that stream. However, I think if Star Citizen wants to do some fundraising, realistically, if they're doing it for like Extra Life or a charity that deserves that support, then maybe they should do like a mini ship sale for like a day with some exclusive skins or some armor, something like just some specific paints or whatever that go, bam, this is for this charity and it's only going to be sold for a day, sort of semi-exclusive, boom. You do that, they're going to raise a huge amount of money. I'm sure there's some downsides to that, but if you're looking to raise money for charity, I think that's a great idea. Other than that, there were a few other sort of PTU updates during the week that we've previously talked about, minor additions to the roadmap as well. So they've added the downstream teams to the roadmap. So for the progress tracker, that just means that already existing tasks have those teams added to them. There was nothing sort of new as a task added. The Centurion AA vehicle has been sort of confirmed that it's going to be in the 3.17.2 patch as a feature. I'm very much in the opinion that expanding the game servers to even 100 players would be a real game changer. Now, obviously, various tech, persistent entity streaming, sharding, server meshing, that's all on the horizon, and that's going to help necessitate larger servers and the sort of server meshing and more players playing together. It might be more sensible for Cloud Imperium to expand servers then rather than now, and leave the sort of servers in a less performant, less stable state maybe as a result. So I hope that Cloud Imperium go, you know what, let's just move the servers up to 75 or 100, as long as the test data supports that. If the test has gone really well, if it looks like actually it's not going to cause any problems or only the most minor problems or fractional stability issues, yeah, move them up. But if it's not, then wait. I think that's sort of fair enough. I'm interested to know what you think, though. Boom. That's it for today's quick news update. I'm keenly awaiting that 3.17.2 live patch to launch. That should be here at some point next week. Cloud Imperium have said roughly by the middle of the week. At least that's what we last heard from them. But I don't need that live patch to have fun, because we've got the Siege of Orison event on Sunday, and I'm going to be playing that with Zin, and we're going to be messing around and try and play through the whole event. What are you looking forward to? Have you been playing in the 3.17.2 PTU? Have you played through the Siege of Orison? What are your thoughts and experiences with the server player cap tests? What do you think Cloud Imperium should do about that? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Greetings, citizen. I am NordVPN Man, bringing the justice of cybersecurity to the world. I protect you from ads, trackers, and malware. I punched a guy so hard once with security features that I knocked him back in time. He was able to use the knowledge of the future to become incredibly rich and wealthy. He bought like 10 subscriptions to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer after that. Really smart guy. Another time, I prevented a hacker from snooping at your IP address by taking off his hands. You can't hack with no hands. Probably. Anyway, you should get NordVPN, otherwise the terrorists win.
Every month we have a giveaway. For July 2022, we're giving away a Hull A cargo hauler, as well as a Nomad multi-role freighter. That Nomad also comes with a hovercraft bike. So there's 2 lucky winners this month, and both of those packages contain access to Star Citizen. Comment on any of my videos during this month to be in for a chance of winning that, and check the description down below for more details. please consider becoming a Patreon or channel member with the join button under my videos. This nets you a variety of exclusive extras, badges, influence on the channel and content and special videos, as well as helping us produce daily content. Thank you very much for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you in the verse.